Hello, it's Vic, or as you may know me on TikTok. um, so, uh, Today I'm just going to be showing you how I used Python programming to web scrape AO3 and find out how many Star Wars fanfictions have been uploaded over time. Yeah, that's what we're doing today. All right. Hope you enjoy. So, um, I'm obviously I obviously post a lot on TikTok about like AO3 and like AO3 stats, and a lot of people wonder how I do that and stuff like that. So obviously, I don't just like go to AO3. Don't pay attention to my bookmarks. I'm sorry, my favorited tags. Um, so obviously I don't do this manually. That would take way too long. So I use code to do this. And the um, Python package that I use for this is called Beautiful Soup, and Beautiful Soup is an HTML parser, and so what it does is it goes onto the like web page. As you can see here, like I have inspect element open, and you can see the different elements. And so I'm just going to be showing you how this code works today. So the first few lines obviously are really simple, just importing modules. Import request is used to get to the actual web page that we're going to. Beautiful Soup is, I just explained, the like web scraping package. I don't think I use this one. I don't think I use. I think I did, and then I think I changed it to a different thing. Okay, so that's fine. It's not supposed to be there. And then time is, I do have put timers on this code just because it is web scraping, and I used to not put timers on it, but the thing that would happen is if I was like web scraping really large data sets from certain websites, sometimes you send too many requests in such a short period of time that the website's interpreted as spam. It kind of is spam. And what they'll do is they'll like time you out, or they'll temporarily like prevent you from getting onto the website. This would happen to me. AO3 kept like kind of banning me for like 5 minutes, and then I'd be allowed back on. But I put a timer of just 3 seconds. I think I found that that was actually enough of a break between each request that they didn't interpret it as spam. So that's good. That's good. And then I have this code written in a way that it can be easily modified. So you can like add your own fandom in. I was just doing Star Wars because it's fun. On AO3, the general Star Wars fandom is considered Star Wars all media types. And the plus signs are just because that's how the URL works. And then weeks, that's just how many weeks ago you want to go back and like web scrape. And let's say, for example, I only wanted to see from like, I didn't want to go all the way up to today. I could want to go from like, anything from like 100 weeks ago to 50 weeks ago. Instead of putting 0 right here, I would just put 50, because it counts down. And the reason why I did 740 is because, oh, okay. AO3 was created November of 2009. For some reason, I thought it was created earlier than that. But yeah, about 14 years ago. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Yeah. It was founded October of 2008. So I just wanted to go back to when the site was like first created. So Okay. So yeah, like I went back a little bit farther than I needed to, but that's fine. It won't make a big difference. The reason why I have it adjustable like that is because some fandoms are relatively new, and you wouldn't see them have a presence on AO3 until like 2 or 3 years ago. So there would be no point in like trying to find results older than that, because you would just be unnecessarily like sending requests to AO3 and, you know, for no reason, and they would just take a lot longer to run the code as well for no reason. So that's why I have it adjustable like this. And then what it does is it takes this fandom and takes the number of weeks that you want to go back, and it puts it into this, like, I called it just a URL skeleton, and basically it's like the AO3 like search results, but they add in how many weeks you want back and then the fandom over here. And so this is basically the URL that you would get if you were to, that's the equivalent of going on a page like this, and then it takes this number. That's all it does, really. Like, it doesn't actually, it's not actually that complicated. And then this is just going to that actual URL skeleton after it builds it here, after it builds the URL. And then it uses Beautiful Soup and the HTML parser to basically go through all the elements. So for example, what we're trying to find is this element right here and this part. So that's what it's doing. That's what this line is doing. And then it's just getting the text from that element. And then these next ones are just kind of cleaning up that text, because we just want the number as a number. We don't want found in the question mark or whatever. And then it's printing it out here. And then it like loops through, and it does this for like every week. So it subtracts one from the week, and then it does it again until you reach 0, so like current time. And as you can see, it's still running. This takes a while. This will probably take like half an hour, which is why I started it before I started recording the video, and also I will like get back to you when it finishes. The reason why I have it printing out like how many weeks ago along with the number rather than just printing out the number is because I would like to just have kind of I like to have like kind of a log of when it's at, like how long it'll take. This is like, it wouldn't be hard to just print out the number. I just print out the number then. I just print out like fix found right here. The reason it won't be that hard, by the way, to like clean this up. I could plot this on Python as well in a graph. I just really like using Google Sheets. And so I'll just like clean this up. It'll only take like a second. And then I will turn this into a graph. At the end, I'll show the graph of how many Star Wars fan fictions have been written, you know, every week since AO3 is created. This is kind of stupid, but, you know, this is my fun. And also, while this is running, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about, like, I would like to post more videos on YouTube. I'd like to make longer content and better quality content, but I don't know what, I guess you guys want to see. So let me know, like, would you want to see my shitty code? Would you want to see, like, video essays? Would you want to just, like, hear me talk? I love to talk. Do you want to see me play video games? Or I would also like to do stuff that's not totally related to, like, fandom. As much as I do love, like, the fandoms that I'm in, I have, like, a lot of other interests that I would love to share if, like, people would be interested, but I don't think they would be. So, I don't know. Just let me know. I would love to post on YouTube more, though, if people will watch it. What else? Oh, another thing I want to say is, I know this code isn't great. Like, if people who are actually good at coding see this, they'll probably see it and be like, oh, that isn't great. But it works. And that's it. Like, I'm not a software developer. I'm not, you know, software engineer, computer scientist. I'm not even a computer science like student. I am in university right now, but as some people, if they're from my TikTok, they might know, I study physics. So we do use Python though for some of the courses that I'm taking. It's used very frequently for like modeling and stuff. So I am familiar with this. I also did take the intro computer science course at school, mainly because you kind of need to if you want to, like, yeah, you kind of need to. So yeah, but mostly I'm like, I taught this myself. I taught this to myself. It's not that complicated. So yeah. I'm glad that people find this interesting too. I do too. Also, I haven't done this. Like, I haven't done this with Star Wars yet, so the graph will be a surprise to both me, and everybody else. I'm not sure. I don't know how popular, like, Star Wars is obviously a really old piece of media. I actually have, wait, oh. I actually have my Lego Star Wars encyclopedia right here, which is fun. But Star Wars wasn't, like is an old media, but I don't know how popular Star Wars fanfiction was specifically, especially before the release of Star Wars Episode 7. I don't know when that was released. Let's look it up. (2015). So, you know, before 8 years ago. I'm not sure. But as you can see, like, as it's running, as you can see, oh, by the way, I don't know if I've already said this. This isn't a 100% accurate because people can backdate fics on AO3 and be like, oh, you know, this was posted whatever, like 15, 20 years ago, even though it wasn't. If like, and sometimes this is like good because people can upload like archives from other websites that may actually be that old. Sometimes people use it as like a joke. Like I see people uploading stuff and it's like, oh, this is from like 1852. Obviously it's not. But that isn't really a big deal to me because I'm not doing this to get like hard, like, these are the numbers, these are how many fanfictions Star Wars has had written on AO3 every year. This is more just to get general trends of like how popular it was throughout the years. Like, was there a spike in 2015 after The Force Awakens came out? We'll see. So it's more to see general trends. So in that case, I feel like the precise numbers aren't the most important. Moreover, the numbers will be slightly different than if you were to search on AO3 if you were logged into your account, because some people have their fics like locked. If you see a little lock icon next to a fanfiction, that means it's set so that it's only available to AO3 users. So that might be the case for some of them. In that case, the way that this works is it's obviously not logged into an account. It just searches the like AO3 publicly, so the numbers will be slightly different. I do have a method to search like under a login, like it logs in first and then it searches. The problem with that is that I have to put my AO3 like username and password into the code before I run it. And I'm not gonna do that and then record it and post it publicly on YouTube. We're just not doing that. So, you know, this'll do for now. But as you can see already, you can see the numbers going up because like this is back when AO3 was created. By the way, if you're seeing like sudden like influxes, that could be like when AO3 was first created. That could be because people were uploading a bunch of fics from other websites like collections. Just a thought. But as you can see, like it is going up slowly as AO3 was getting more popular, you know, like over the years. So this is probably like, you know. So like over here is probably like 2012, you know, 2013, whatever. 2014 maybe. And this is weekly, so it's not going to be like a ton of fan fiction. Like, I don't know how many Star Wars fan fictions get uploaded weekly, even today, but we'll see. I do, I think, I'm trying to imagine what the shape of this graph will be like. I feel like it'll be like a whoosh, but you know, we'll see. Oh, but back to what I was saying before of like posting on YouTube more, I would love to do that. So if, you know, if there's anything that you guys want to see from me, let me know, because that would be great. So yeah. Alright, that's it. I'm probably gonna like stop recording and then come back. I'm gonna let this like run and then come back later tonight and when it's done, and I'll just show you how I like put in a little graph and show you at the end. Hi, it's like an hour later and I'm back. So, it did work. I did collect all the data that I needed. This, you can see, it went back to 1 week. Another thing that I want to mention why this isn't 100% accurate is because it includes posted and updated fics, and some fics might have been posted, you know, 3 years ago, but just updated 1 year ago, or just updated last week, and then some of them might have not been updated in a while. So, like, you know, but I think it does give a good idea of, like, active, like, fan fictions. So, I guess, you know, I haven't looked at all this data, by the way. I'm just doing this, like, literally right now. So, you know. I'm just gonna kind of clean this up. Yeah, okay, so here we go. I just reformatted it a little bit with titles and dates. Wow, okay, this is cool. So, I was right when I said, I was like, you know, I wonder if the making of the new Star Wars movie increased the amount of fics posted. So, that's clearly true, because we looked it up, and the new Star Wars movie was posted in, like, 2015, and you can see just here in 2015 is when the big spike goes up, and yeah! And you can see some spikes here. One thing you'll notice is it spikes every year around here, and that's December, and that's because I've done this before with like total fan fictions on AO3. It always spikes during December because there's a lot of like fan fiction exchanges and stuff like that, as well as like people like gifting each other fics. Also, a lot of people have time off of work during that December. It's like, you know, there's like holidays and stuff, so they'll have more time to write fan fiction, so it always spikes then. But like you can see, it also spikes when like, oh wow, that's really cool. Okay. Yeah. So, I guess this is it. Again, as I leave, let me know what you want to see me post on YouTube next, because I would like to do this more. Yeah. Okay, that's it. So here is me using code to gather the amount of Star Wars fan fiction posted on AO3 every week for, you know, the past 14 years. Alright, yeah, amazing. Okay, have a nice day, everybody.